Hey everyone, Forever Encountering Love here. I am Anthony,
I'm Serena.
and we're married. No, we're not.
Sometimes.
No, not yet. Not yet. I mean, we are. I'm already screwing this up. In the story, we are not married
Married
yet.
yet.
Okay, that was tough. But yes, we are married. Actually, we're getting near our 26th anniversary. Do the math. Do it. Do it real quick. How old's your daughter?
She'll be 27
Next, so we're 26.
no,
Oh gosh, here we go again. 97.
we're a year married more than what she is. So if she's going to be 27, we'll be married 28 years.
No. Okay, so 97.
Oh, my dear Lord in
This
heaven.
is like a whole nother 97. So we married in 97. So 07, 17. So that's 20.
Okay.
Okay. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 27 years. I should have said. Be a lesson to you guys. 27. Well, actually, I was saying that we're married 26 years right now. That's what I was trying to say.
It's not.
No, it wasn't. We will be married 27 years.
In a couple of weeks.
Yes, actually, we're down. Today is I don't know what today is.
The 5th.
13 days.
Mm-hmm.
There we go, people. We've made it. 27. It's been 27.
Keep saying it.
Man, it's a long time.
Keep saying it.
I'm just praying right now.
Oh. No, I pray.
Man. But so the first episode, this is episode number 2. So episode 1, we'll try to put a link up top.
We won't.
I will try. Maybe in the description. We'll try to figure that out. I don't know. But if you found this one, then stop it. Go back and watch the first one. Kind of make a little bit of sense,
Mm-hmm.
So we're just telling our story, right? And the first episode was about how we met through school. And so now we're getting into episode 2. So we're out of school.
Oh, wow.
What happens now? We didn't. We stayed with Dad for a while, right?
Yeah.
Like right out of high school.
Yeah. No, I think I was still living with Mom because Dad came down. Remember, my daddy came down for graduation,
Yeah.
which was amazing.
Did you go back to Tennessee after that for a while?
I think so.
I can't remember.
I think I did just because he asked me to. And then my mom left to go to some dance thing. She always did during the summer with my sister. And then I don't think we were together during the summer. Never were. It was just
crazy.
really strange.
It's really weird. We before we married.
We never spent a summer together.
Yeah, before we were married. I don't even know, for whatever ridiculous reasons, like you.
As soon as the summer started.
Yeah, she kicked me to the curb.
Or you would kick me to the curb.
I didn't kick you to the curb. I walked you to the curb. Not good.
But then as soon as summer was over, like those 2 months, 3 months that summer was over, we got back together, which is really weird. But it wasn't until we were married that we actually spent a whole summer together.
Well,
but yes, we were at Dad's for a while.
Yeah.
So
I remember, golly, so we graduated in 94, so it was like 3.5 years.
Yeah, it's been 30.
Before we got married?
Yeah. We've been together.
So what the heck did we do for
31.
3 years? I don't remember.
You hung out with your
Hung out with friends.
immature friends.
Yeah. I'm sorry. That's the way it works sometimes.
And
Well,
then
one of them turned out all right.
this is
Actually, two of them turned out all right.
the other one.
Tim,
And
Nick. Nick's doing all right. He's doing good. He's married, got a
no,
kid.
he's not married.
Well, he's got a kid. He's actually taking care of the kid. That's good, and he's working for now. I don't know. He may or may not be. I don't know right now. We lost one.
Two.
Two.
John.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one too. Golly. So we lost a couple, but that's the way life works sometimes. Sucks, but unfortunately, life goes on.
Yeah.
But I remember, you know, what a waste of time. Like when we split up, I thought, like, well, on my part, when I broke up with you the one time, and that was a waste of time. It was like I had all this thoughts of like, I'm going to do this and do that. And I didn't do nothing. I just hung out with my friends and worked.
And that curly haired girl.
And nothing ever happened with that. No. That was a waste of time.
I'm sorry
I'm sorry.
that we wasted time.
Kicked you to the curb.
For her.
Yeah, that was. See, it's the same. It was a waste of time. I mean, now that you look back at it, more older, more wise. Well, not wise, but yeah, that was a waste of time.
I can say the same thing too.
Thank you. All right, cool. We can move on from that.
Okay.
But besides like working and hanging out with friends, and
that's pretty much all I did.
That's about it, really. So, at what point, like, did we get back together, and like that was it? Like,
I snuck into the bedroom window.
I know, but like,
no, that was it. No, that was it.
No, but when?
I don't remember.
So we got married.
Well, okay, wait. I know. No, wait. I know how you can figure this out. When did you and Tim go to get your tattoos?
I can't. How are you gonna remember something like that?
I remember when I got mine.
You know dates and times.
I know dates.
I don't remember that crap. I don't remember. I really don't remember. Don't remember. Sorry.
Because you had just got that tattoo.
So I was still working at Publix.
You just got the red truck.
So 96-ish, maybe.
How old was the Isuzu? What was the Isuzu? Yeah.
Brand new.
I know, but what was it? A 90?
Actually, it was a 94. So maybe it was 95?
95 then. Because
I think I got it in 95. It was a 94.
You had just bought that Isuzu.
I think it was brand new. It's crazy. You remember so that thing had 8 miles when I got it, and I remember it. I missed that truck.
You had just bought the Isuzu.
And a motorcycle.
I'm going to talk about the motorcycle.
Dirt bike. Oh man, that was fun too. Anyway,
what part of that was fun?
Riding it.
For how long? How long did you ride it?
Yeah, maybe I'll give it a good 6 months. You rode with me
once.
Maybe more than once. Maybe twice.
No, yeah, twice. And then why did we have to get rid of the dirt bike?
I don't remember.
Because Ange let Amanda ride the dirt bike when we were at work, and she wrecked it.
That falls in line with her dad. That's why her dad's got a big old.
Dad made us got rid of it because he was afraid that Mike was going to sue us.
I don't even remember that, but
So whatever. Here we are. We have a motorcycle payment, and we don't even have a.
By that time, it was already
motorcycle. Paid off. No, we were still paying for it.
I don't remember that either. I'll have to take your word on that one. But so how long? So I remember like our first big real like trip together. We went to Tennessee.
Yeah.
And that was like the first time
You've never been out of state?
Well,
by yourself?
Yeah, without parents, and so yeah,
We packed up the little Isuzu.
yeah. Like I remember I took off first time, like taking off at work, and we packed up the truck and we just cruised.
Here's how naive we were. I'm just gonna tell you right now. So Anthony comes home one day, like 2 days before the trip, right? And we're like trying to figure
out more than that.
No. It was 2 days before the trip. Comes into the house and I'm in the bedroom. He comes in the bedroom, throws down this wad of cash. I mean, just cash. And I was like, what is this? And he goes, it's our vacation money.
Oh yeah, I saved up this money. That's like probably like the rare time that I like saved up and like didn't like I mean 90
It's our vacation money.
95 or 96. I mean, fuel was like
Under
like
a dollar
or something,
It was like under $1.
Yeah, in that little truck, if it was empty, you could maybe get $12 or $13 for that thing,
And we had like, 4 cases of Mountain Dew.
Oh yeah, necessities, Little Debbie's, garbage like that.
Yeah.
And we screamed it, man, to Tennessee, and it took us.
It was supposed to take 7 hours to get to Tennessee.
No, I remember because we left. It was
No, I said it's supposed to take 7 hours to get to Tennessee. I fell asleep.
Oh, I hammered down.
I woke up and I said, "Where are we?" And he goes, "We're almost to your dad's house."
And this was like before GPS, before all that. So it's like I knew how to get to 75, get through Atlanta. Then once we get close to Tennessee, then I was just gonna have to leave it up to her, because I didn't know where I was going. And she's like, "Get off here." And we took like this little 2-lane road. What is it?
Dalton Pike.
Dalton Pike. So we took that all the way into Cleveland.
Well, Tennessee. In Dalton, it's Cleveland Pike, and then once you get into Tennessee, it turns into Dalton.
So we took that road all the way down, and yeah, there's like I remember I took a picture of you standing. There's like this little tiny sign on the side of the road.
It says
Tennessee. Yeah, so like no
Bradley
welcome,
County.
No welcome to Tennessee. Yeah, Tennessee, Bradley County. That was it. So we're taking this picture at like what? 3 in the morning, just like
in the middle of the mountains.
Yeah, because we left
where the house. You shouldn't be getting out.
Yeah, we left the house, which was dumb. But like, maybe not dumb, but it was still daylight. This was like probably like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and I didn't think that we were gonna make it there that fast. And all of a sudden, it's like, now what do we do? We're like in town at like 3 in the morning. It's like you can't just start pounding on doors. And she did.
I did. And my daddy woke up.
And we crashed on the couch, and
then he took us to this hotel that I swear drug dealers lived in.
By the time I didn't care, I was so freaking tired.
I was like, I'm not staying here.
So she went and found us another hotel room, and I crashed in that hotel.
And at the time, my sister worked at Cracker Barrel. And she called and she's like, "Where are you staying?" And we told her. She's like, "Don't worry, I got your dinner." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
So that girl, her sister came over every single day
and brought us dinner from Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel, that was outstanding. Cornbread and biscuits and all the jellies. Oh, dude, that was awesome. Can you bring one of those root beers? Yeah, no problem. But I just remember that trip. Like we went to Gallenberg. You showed me all through it. The Coe River, like where they practice for the Olympics, and Sevierville and
Pigeon Forge,
all that. And like I've never done anything like that by myself, and that was freaking amazing. And we were there for about a good week, and back to reality, back to work, and that was like probably like still I would say that was like the best trip, but like me and you, that was pretty cool.
I think that's the only trip that me and you have taken.
No, we've taken trips to like Orlando and stuff,
Yeah,
but it's kind of hard with the kids, But now they're at a point now you can leave them for a couple of days and hopefully they won't burn the house down.
Well, until your daughter went and got in a car accident.
Yeah, well, everything's cool now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she showed me all around like where she went to school, where she used to live, and that's pretty cool to see like where where you came from, and
I came to
some brick house or something.
That's where I grew up at. Or it's where a lot of my memories are at, is at that house. I took him to oh my gosh, Chickamauga Battlefield.
Oh yeah.
And in the middle of Chickamauga Battlefield, so in Tennessee, that's where a lot of the Civil War, like a lot of the battles were right there. So in the middle of Chickamauga Battlefield is this massive tower where the generals would stand and watch, right? So here we go climbing. I go climbing up this tower. I'm not afraid of heights, so I go climbing up this tower. And I'm like running around the end. I'm sitting on the side, and he's having panic attack.
Oh, God, I can't do heights. Still don't like them. It was Rock City. That was the you see that everywhere. See Rock City. We went to Rock City. I was just like, that's it.
That's because he wouldn't do most of it.
Yeah, because you got to go up high, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah, so. You have to go across bridges, across 2 mountains, and he wouldn't do that. Yeah. I tried to get him to do the incline, but he wouldn't do that either.
No, absolutely not.
And I tried to get him to do Ruby Falls, which is a waterfall inside a mountain.
That would be kind of cool.
You have to go down inside the mountain to see to it. But he asked the guy at the where you buy your tickets, he's like, how close do you get? And the guy's like, at one point you're like literally have to bend all the way down.
Yeah, I'm out. It's rubbing you on both sides. No, I'm good. I can see pictures.
So
but I remember that was like the coolest trips. Like we never had got our own hotel by ourselves. And we never did anything like that before, And I mean, it was weird, like going on vacation and like you don't have to like answer to nobody.
Yeah.
And just like
you just stay out as late as you want.
It's like, hey, you want to go? It's 11 o'clock. You want to go? Blah blah blah. Yeah, let's go.
Not in Cleveland. Everything closes.
I mean, like
Yeah. But I took you to Chattanooga. And he saw the choo choo.
Oh, Chattanooga choo choo. That was funny.
And like all the places, like all that stuff.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then like a couple of months later, found out I was pregnant.
No, it was a couple months later. It was after that because, oh shoot, yeah, because I was still working at Publix when you got pregnant and we got married. Dang, I forgot about all that. I thought for some reason I had left.
No.
Before all that.
Nope.
Well, but after we came back, then we were staying at Dad's house for a while still. Then we just decided to get our own place.
And I broke Dad's heart.
Oh, dude, that was the hardest thing ever.
To tell him that we were moving out. And
he didn't want us to leave, but he couldn't tell us not to leave, but he knew we had to go do our own thing eventually.
Yeah.
And luckily it wasn't that far away, And I remember like we just got this little tiny 1-bedroom apartment and it was tiny.
It was.
Yeah, it was like, like big enough for like.
We had a love seat and a chair.
Yeah.
Like, you know how you go to Rooms to Go? Because we went to Rooms to Go. You know how you go to Rooms to Go and you get a living room package?
Oh, like the end table?
You get a couch, a love seat, and like 2 tables and a coffee table. Like, you get the whole thing. Not us. We told them, we was like, our living room is big enough for a love seat
and
a chair.
Like, break up stuff. Like, we sell all these together. It was like, we can't fit that stuff. And it was like, like there was no dining area.
No.
It was like the kitchen. It was like we had like a tiny table, didn't we? Like for 2. I thought we did because I swear I thought we did have a table because remember like this was before cell phones, so it was like
the Pepsi phone was up on the wall.
We had like a Pepsi phone on the wall. It looked like a Pepsi machine, and it was on the wall, and you'd have to sit there because like the cord was like this long, So but I remember sitting at that table, but
maybe we did.
But I just remember like the first I don't know, month, 2 months,
We had a party.
Yeah. But I mean, like, actually just doing our own thing. And, it was before, I don't even think we had, like before, was it, like, we had like, a joint bank account. And, we didn't have debit cards yet, did we?
I don't think so.
But I remember having, like, the checkbook, and, like,
checks.
we had to, like, write down our at the end of the week or end of the month. It's like we got to pay the rent, we got to pay the electric, we got to pay this, we got to crap. It's like it's like.
But it was a good thing back then. I was a bartender.
Oh yeah.
So we had the money.
Yeah, coming every day, coming back. Yeah. But it was weird, like going grocery shopping, and it's not like grocery shopping now. Like you got to get stuff for you and the kids and everything. It was just like me and you.
Me and you.
So it's like we only need like 5 meals to get through the week. And it was just like,
and it was too. It was really bad too because like Anthony worked during the day. He stocked during the day, and then I was a bartender at night. So it was. I would be like, well, don't worry about me. Don't worry about getting me something to eat. I'll just get some food at the bar. And then so it was like just buy something for you. And he would be like, well, I'll just grab a sub because he works at Publix.
Pub sub?
I'll just get a pub sub on the way home.
But we had like a good 2 or 3 nights, like we were both off. So that's when we, cook chicken on the grill or something. Yeah. Like, we didn't our menu was very tiny, but like
our friends would call. But this too, it was back in the day where you could we could go out to eat. Oh yeah. And we'd spend $10-15 for the both of us.
Maybe 20.
And there's one night that Anthony and our friend Jeff likes to talk about where me and our friend Kara were at Chili's, the 2-for-1 margaritas. We didn't realize they were 2 for 1.
And we were doing like the kamikazes. Our friend Jeff
and they were 2 for 1 too.
Like Kara was driving home. And we're both in our own vehicles, and I just look over and Jeff's like hanging out the passenger window, like he's like a pastor now. Which is hilarious, but yeah.
But even doing stuff like that,
it was alright. You couldn't do that now. That's like
you're gonna drop $25.
Last night we went to Chili's. We went to Chili's last night, and how much with the tip?
$54.
Yep.
Just me and him.
We didn't get no drinks.
No.
No dessert. No appetizer. Chips and salsa.
Dinner. $54.
But hey, that was cool because we haven't been able to go out just us two and
for a while.
It's been a while, so it was kind of nice just to go out for a little bit. We were both super tired, ridiculous week like always, so.
But anyway, so we've got this apartment. Mm-hmm. We come home from Tennessee.
Do you remember how much we paid a month for that apartment?
No.
I could have swore it was something like in the 5 range, like $550, $525 or
because
something.
Because the house that we went to live in after that, we rented from the guy at Publix
I used to work with.
Right. And we only paid him $700.
Yeah.
For a 2-bedroom,
we moved into the house. That's when I left Publix.
Yeah, for a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house, we paid $700 for it.
It's ridiculous. We pay double now, so more than that probably. Anyway,
it's terrible. Anyway,
I just remember that apartment, the meals were our menu was very, very tiny.
What was funny is here we are living in our own house. In our own apartment, right? Neither one of us are big drinkers, right? Oh, no. Neither one of us. But Anthony, I want to try. I want to try, Serena. We gotta. We'll just buy something, and we'll just try it. I'm like, okay, whatever. Back in the day, there used to be this beer called Red Dog.
A Red Dog, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's probably still around.
And so Anthony would buy a 6-pack of it.
It'd take a while to get rid of.
Yeah. A long.
Not a big beer drinker.
No. So I'd be like, stop buying this stuff.
Yeah.
So.
But they would have, we'd have a. What was his other drinks? Aftershock.
God, that was terrible.
What was the stuff that had the ice cubes at the bottom?
Oh, the Aftershock.
Aftershock. So
and then you
drink it, there's these crystals at the bottom of the jar, and you had to you could break them and drink them. Yeah.
Which they told you not to do because it was part of the glass.
Yeah, but whatever. When you're young and stupid, you do that kind of stuff.
And then there was Goldschlager.
Yeah, there was something else. It was like
Mad Dog.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but no.
I had Boone's Farm.
There was another drink like the aftershock, but I thought it was like a cinnamon thing.
The aftershock was
Hot
cinnamon.
damn. Oh, hot damn. I don't know why I remembered that.
Oh my god.
I can barely remember my kid's birthday. So I remember a stupid drink that we drank back in the day. Hot damn.
You did.
Hot damn. That stuff. I love that stuff. If I got a bottle of it now,
it would knock you on your ass so fast it wouldn't even be funny.
And that's probably like about a quarter of the bottle. We used to like destroy the whole bottle.
No, man. You did.
Yeah, I know. Well, that happens. But I remember like there was like a couple times we had friends over and like everyone could probably relate to this a little bit. Like you have the party and you invite 6 or 8 people over. Our place isn't that big. 6 to 8 people over. Then after a while, like they bring some drinks and they bring some more drinks and we got all these drinks. Then there's people in your place and you're like because we were playing like the Sega and just hanging around, listening to music, doing that. And I look over and they're, who are you? He's just like this guy was sitting there. Who are you? And he's like, I'm Brian. I'm like, who? Yeah, who do you? I seen all the cars outside. I'm like, you gotta go. All right, let's finish playing this game. Just like, And the funniest thing was like, like one time we had this, get together party, whatever, and right across from where we were was like this little deli, and we used to go there all the time. Remember? And
this is a bad night for me because I don't really remember this night.
So the deli would have Serena would go over there all the time because they had these big cups of iced tea. I remember we used to take and they had awesome sandwiches. And anyway, they had like these big I want to say like a
sandwich boards.
Yeah, they would stand outside like promote whatever. Well, I woke up the next morning and that thing was sitting in my kitchen, and I'm like, how the heck?
No, and the best though was when you opened the freezer. It was a sign from Subway inside the freezer.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on there, but
I don't remember that night.
Yeah, that was crazy. Those were that's when you look back and be like, that was stupid. Yeah, that was stupid. Kids don't do this. Yeah, but
I think that was the last time I ever tried.
But that little apartment, was pretty fun. Being on our own, paying bills, and I mean, like I said before, like bills and everything weren't how they are today. It was like I remember like our electric bill was like. I don't know, like got to be if it got close to $100, like whoa. I mean, it was like $75 or something.
Your truck payment was like $100 or something.
Yeah. So we made plenty of money and everything was cool, but then once we
then we had Ty.
Once we got married, but that's another. We'll go into that later, but
But before even we had Ty or got married, like your sister would stay with us.
Oh yeah, there's always somebody
then
staying
your
there.
Sister's friend, which I don't even know how that even happened, but like your sister's friend stayed with us. And it was like everybody was staying with us because we were the ones that had our own place first.
First, yeah.
So all of our friends were like, "Oh, we'll just hang out at Sherry and Anthony."
I was so afraid to go to bed at night because I was waiting for someone was gonna come over. Stay quiet. Stay quiet. I know you're home with your truck's out there. Damn
it. So then he got to where he started like parking his truck in different places.
Oh yeah. Well, the good friend. Remember Mike? Remember him and Eileen lived like in the back of the complex. So I would always go hang out with them. Like if Serena was working, I'd just go hang out with them and everything. And they had a weird relationship. So I was like, all right, guys, we'll see you later. And I just go back home,
But at the time too, remember we only had the Isuzu.
That was it. Yeah, vehicle.
That was it.
Like if I got home in time, she would just take the truck. So then I'm grounded, so, which is cool. It's like, there wasn't nothing else I was going to go out and do besides, play video games or watch a movie or, I don't even think we had cable yet.
No, we did.
We did?
Yeah.
maybe I don't even know what I was doing then, but yeah, that was. But I remember we got like our first cell phone because remember I don't even I think it may have been through Verizon, but like the phone was it was like you know it was huge, but it was a house phone
that you could take out.
Yeah, and once you left, like, I don't know, what do you want to call it? The circle, like inside your house, when you leave, it turned into a cell phone, But, you dare not use that damn phone
Costs too much dang money.
after 10 o'clock. Weekends. So sometimes, like, you know, you,
Oh, but Steve and Sharon would come and get you a lot of times too.
yeah, because she worked at a bowling alley.
That had a bar on
At a
it.
bar, and I think that's how we started like going bowling. That was we got to know people there, and they would just either or, you know, I would take the truck to Serena, and they'd bring me back home, or whatever, and just hang out and bowling,
Yeah.
and that was fun. Met some new people, and you know,
Yeah. That was always fun.
but I just remember that little apartment, because that was like our first, venture. Like, it's like, well, let's see if this is gonna work. We've already been living together, living with my dad, and then we're actually on our own, So
Gotta
then,
pay our own bills.
yeah,
Do our own
and we
thing.
did all right. We did pretty good, and then you start getting more stuff and more stuff, and just remember, I was into what was I into collecting?
Star Wars.
Star Wars. So Power of the Force, Star Wars figures. I swear our whole wall was just like figures. Every time I get one, boop, thumbtack it to the wall.
To the back of the bed.
And whenever we moved, there was like a million holes in the wall. And as soon as I took them all down, I was like, ooh, man, there's a lot of thumbtack holes up there. Let's kind of wipe this down a little bit.
It was terrible.
But I was into collecting Star Wars crazy. Were you into anything collecting?
Mm-mm.
I think I've tried to get you into like I'm a crazy collector. I'm like gun ho into something.
For 6 months.
Then you know then I always try to get her into it with me, so I have a reason to and it doesn't always work out.
6 months. 6 months is Anthony's attention span.
Yeah.
So
Hey, it's fun for the first 6 months.
well, and then we were there, and then we
We didn't move out till after we got married.
yeah, we found out we were pregnant with Taylor.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember, but yeah, I just remember the little apartment, and we would, just the times to get. That's the kind of stuff you remember. Just like, we had a we had
Our
a
first Christmas.
oh man, the first Christmas, yeah, and we had like a Charlie Brown Christmas tree, and it was weird. Like you imagine like Christmas, yay, and you're like and you wake up on Christmas morning, and you're like,
No, we didn't even get to wake up on Christmas morning because our siblings. Well, his is 4 years younger than him. I have 2 half siblings.
Oh yeah, Christmas. Okay, here we're gonna do that one too. Go, keep going.
I have 2 half siblings, and my brother is 10 years younger than me. I want to say, and my sister is like 8 years younger than I am. Yeah, because Jessica's 3, so that would make sense. So, Christmas morning, my mom tells my brother and my sister, "You can't open presents until Serena and Anthony get here."
So our phone blowing
up. And I'm like, let them open the
Oh
presents.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let them. I don't care. I don't have to sit there and watch them open up Power Rangers. Let him do his thing.
Let him open the presents. Like I'll be over there later.
But I think like we had our we had
Not until after we had to.
But not that Christmas, but I mean like I remember like the first Christmas, like our firstborn, and like we went to your mom's house, then went to my dad's house, then went to my mom's house, went to your grandparents' house, went to my grandparents' and
house.
at the end of the day, I was like, I'm not doing this ever again.
Our daughter didn't even get to open presents. Like it was it was like we got there, we like the presents, you know, you see like the little kids sitting there and the presents all around her.
We gotta go.
We gotta go. And like we have to be at this house. So like we were literally picking up presents that were still wrapped, putting them in the car, picking her up, putting her in the car. Now she's like not getting her naps, not eating, not and we're not eating, and he's just getting more and more mad. And finally at the end of the day, he called everybody and went, pick a day.
Yeah.
Pick a day.
You come to us. You come to us, or
pick a day.
We all get together because so from there on out, it's like we did like Christmas with my mom on one day, and Dad was pretty flexible. He didn't care. He was like, whatever you guys want to do, just let me know. And then like your mom, this and that. I was like, oh gosh, it was just such a pain in the butt. It's like it totally ruins the holiday, But I remember like the first
our first Christmas.
It was terrible. I mean, because I remember we had like very little money.
So here's the best thing.
Very.
So back in the day when Kmart had layaway, listen.
Yeah.
So Kmart had layaway, and Anthony was really into Star Wars, right? Mm-hmm. So I go to Star Wars, and I go to Kmart, and I get every Star Wars vehicle like they had, like Lego, whatever. If it was a Star Wars vehicle, I got it. Put it in layaway, right? I'm like, as soon as layaway opens, I'm there. I got all this stuff for Anthony. Like, Christmas is going to be great. It's in there for like 2 months, right? I've almost got it all paid off. And then Anthony goes, yeah, I don't think I want Star Wars anymore. And I'm like,
silently hating me.
Yeah. I was like, great. That's great.
But I remember like our little tree, like we had like the little ornament. It was like first Christmas. Yeah, we still have the ornament. It was like 2 little bears or something, wasn't it?
No, your mom got it for us. It was the little chipmunks in the nuts.
Yeah. That was freaking hilarious. It was like
I still have it.
Yeah. This kind of stuff you remember. Yeah. It's just fun. But like now, like Christmases now, just everyone's getting older. It's like whatever. Yeah. It's like whatever, man.
It's so funny now.
I'd rather go hang out with our friends, than do anything else,
Well, and the girls.
Yeah.
But now, like, you're so used to Christmas morning, everybody getting up at like, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
This last Christmas was like, we told them like, you get up whenever you want to get up.
And it was like they didn't get up until
I think I got
10,
up,
11 o'clock.
We got up. Me and Serena made coffee, and like
Mom stayed here that Christmas.
Yeah.
And she's like, why aren't all the girls up? And I'm like, because they're not.
Yeah, and like we got up, and like Serena was making breakfast. Then the kids finally started getting up. By the time we started doing anything, it was like almost noon. And I was like, this is great.
Yeah. So, but I always like holidays. Anthony, I can honestly say that is the one thing that my dad did make. Like, holidays were a big thing. Anthony's family, holidays weren't really a big thing. Like,
not huge. I mean, they did the best they could. But like the only thing that we did when I was younger was like Christmas Eve. We went to my grandparents' house, which literally lived right next door to us. Then
it didn't matter though. He would still call 15,000 times.
Oh, this is when we were younger. But we would. Then Christmas Day, we would just hang out at the house, and but like all
Did Grandma Dottie come to the house?
Yeah, she
Grandma
was.
Hayes?
She was.
Or Robert or whoever.
But I remember, like, what ruined Christmas for me is like all those years of working at Walmart.
Yeah.
Now I'm like every holiday that come up, I'm like, I wish they would just, because it was, plenty of Christmases, like I had to go to work. Just Walmart.
Back then didn't close on Christmas.
They were closed, but I worked overnight, so I had to go to work at like 7 o'clock at night. It's ridiculous. Like they gave 2 big. They didn't give a. They didn't care, man. It just and I hated that, man. It just so I dreaded Christmas coming. Like when the kids were younger and like growing up, I was like dreaded Christmas because I knew I was gonna have to work, and I think there's maybe like a couple times, like
I think the one year that I let you buy Ty's Christmas presents, like you were so excited.
I mean, like I didn't have to work or something. I remember it was like I think like one year Walmart, like you're like Christmas Eve was ridiculous at Walmart. Like you're not getting out of there till like eight or nine at night, because we had to lock up the store and all this bull crap, and so like you're not getting home Christmas Eve till like 9.
Anthony's grandfather had no patience, so he would always be like, "Where's Anthony, Serena?"
Yeah. So they're all waiting for me, it's like this sucks, man. But you know, but I think there was one Christmas at Walmart where I think I got off early on Christmas Eve for some reason. I think I was actually scheduled off for Christmas Eve, and I went to work for like 5, 6 hours, and I was home at like noon. And I was like, "Holy crap!" I was like, "I feel like I got the whole day off." It was like, But then, like once I left the Walmart, I remember like that next Christmas, like I was, you know, was I trucking then?
Yeah.
But I was home for Christmas, and I was home for like 3 or 4 days. Like, this is freaking great. I should have done this years ago. It was like, how stupid of me, But like even this year, like now I'm still trucking, but I'm not over the road, so I'm home every single day. And like remember, like for Thanksgiving, I was off for like 4 days. Like for Christmas, I was off for like 3 days. Why didn't I do this before? Forget this retail crap. I wish there was somebody there to tell me, don't. But now Walmart closes like for Thanksgiving
And Christmas.
and Christmas, and they're closing early on Christmas Eve. I was like, every time I see them, like, oh my gosh, I was like, but I always talk about it like every year at Christmas, like the greatest time. Like me and my buddy Royal, like we were both managers at Walmart, and like we lived for this every year, was to like our jobs were to stand at the door on Christmas Eve and like turn around, my man, get out of here. These people would like we close the store at like 7. These people would like we're gonna come in the store at like 6:45 and like I gotta do my Christmas shopping. No, no, but you let them in. But as soon as it was 6:59, nope. These people were like
he came home one year and he's like, Serena, I felt bad, but then I didn't feel bad.
Yeah, a little bit.
He's like, this UPS driver comes up at like 6:59
because he probably just got off work,
and he's like, I gotta do my Christmas shopping. And Anthony goes,
sorry, my man,
we're closed. And he goes, no, you don't understand. I haven't done any of my Christmas shopping. And Anthony goes, well, that's your own fault.
Yeah, you had 364 days to do it. Sorry. And after a while, it just my buddy Royal, he no filter, no nothing, and like I would kind of hold back, and he would like, you gotta get the hell out of here, it's like we want to go home, we can't go home until you leave, we got family too, but it was God, Walmart ruined Christmas for me, if I can say that.
Yeah. Anyway, so now we're almost to the wedding.
We had a not the greatest proposal ever. That's where I kind of look back and like things were kind of done quick, and just you don't get to do the things that you should have done, or the things that
I would like to do it over.
things that you would like more. I mean, to me, it's going to mean more to you than it is to me.
Yeah.
But when we found out, because I remember
I was pregnant.
she called me at work, and she's like, oh, and we had a good feeling that she was pregnant, and hey, it happens. And yeah, so then we had already like started planning a wedding, and but once we found out she was pregnant, it's like, okay, we gotta speed this up, know.
So then he takes me to the mall to Kay's Jewelers.
And I got her a ring.
No, he says, pick out your ring.
Oh yeah.
And I went, okay. And I picked one
we
out.
had like no time.
Yeah. And then he gets out in the truck and he goes, so will ya?
So are we doing this or what? Really just, but then you look back, it's like, man, I could have at least done something, just but everything was thrown together so fast, and we could have been, like, we'll just get married when we
After she
feel
was
like
born,
it.
yeah.
After I look back, I was like, that's probably what we should have done. But you get parents, screaming down your ear, this is what you gotta do. It's a sin to live with somebody, and
Yeah.
Okay, you're just like you try to make everybody happy, but in the end,
who's miserable?
but in the end, the only people you're supposed to make happy is yourself.
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to make her happy. She's supposed to make me happy. That's all that should matter. But you don't think about all that crap in the beginning,
No. So.
Yeah. So we
start planning a wedding.
Started planning a wedding, throwing that together quick, and
I kept getting so mad, like we said, money really wasn't a problem for us. Like we were doing okay, right? And so
until you start getting stuff for this wedding, and you're like,
I'm like picking out invitations, and he's going no, and I'm like, and so I pick out this or I pick out that, and he's like, no, 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 and I'm like, okay, listen. So we finally get some stuff, and my mom. Well, I don't know. Are we talking about the wedding?
No, we'll save the wedding for next episode. But I mean, leading up to it, the wedding itself is all one flipping episode.
So we go to David's bridal, me and my mom, right? And
what was the big thing they got you there? Wasn't there like some big set?
Oh yeah, they had a sale for like $99. And I'm like, sweet, I'm buying my own dress. So
because we don't have a lot of money.
$99. I'm down there.
Let's do this.
I'm down there.
And that's what she told me. I was like, $99 is the greatest thing ever. Let's do it.
So I'm like, all right, let's go. So I get down there and I start trying on dresses. Right. Now, here's the kicker. I'm like 3 months pregnant.
Oh, yeah.
I'm 3 months pregnant. And with all of our children.
It's like the middle of summer.
Yeah. And all of our girls, except for our last, I'm sick. Like, to the point that I can't keep anything in me, like, just standing up vertical.
I remember because, like,
makes me
she
sick.
was working at the bowling alley, and there was many of nights
that they had to call him to come get me because I couldn't stand up.
They had to come get someone to come get me because she had the truck.
Because I couldn't even stand up because I was so sick.
Like, where's she at? She's in the bathroom puking. I'm like, oh gosh. Yeah.
So I get down there and I'm trying on all these dresses that I like. And I'm thinking that will look nice on me. Even in a couple of months, maybe I'm still showing, even though I didn't show at all because I was so sick. And so I finally pick out this one dress. It's in the dressing room across from me. The lady had already left. And I see this dress, and I absolutely love this dress. So I tell my mom, go over there and pick up this dress and go get it for me. So she brings it back, and it's off the shoulders. And it had the only part of the whole dress that I didn't like was it had these big rosettes like on each shoulder. And I didn't like that. I thought maybe we could take them off or whatever. My mom turns around and looks at me and goes, you can't wear this dress. And I went, first of all, I'm buying the dress.
Yeah. Are you buying this thing?
And I was like, why can't I wear this dress? Well, it shows your shoulders. So if you wear it, you have to wear it up. And I went, no.
The same person that told us it's a sin to live together.
It's like, no. So we get out front.
And I'm sorry. And we were catching grief a lot because we were living together and we weren't married. So yeah.
So I get the bridal consultant. If you go to David's bridal, you get a bridal consultant for you. So like she comes around and she goes, so did you find your dress? And it's just like the TV things. So are you saying yes to the dress? And I said, yes. I'm saying yes to the dress. And she goes, do you want to know how much the dress is? And I went, no, I don't. And my mom goes, well, don't you want to call Anthony and tell him that? And I went, no, I'm paying for this dress. Me is paying for this dress. And she's like, well, we need to see how. I took that dress off, I put my clothes back on, and I had to go to the bathroom and puke. Came back out, and I looked at that lady, and she goes, "The dress, I remember this. I remember this more than anything ever. That dress cost me $750." And she goes, "It's $750." And I had $135 with me. And she goes, "We do layaway." And I said, $135. I said, "I will be back here in 3 weeks to pay the rest of this dress off."
We saved.
And she goes, "Okay." And I went back. I made Anthony drive me to Tampa because that's where the only David Bridal was.
And we're like an hour from Tampa. So.
I said, "We're going back down there." And I went back down there and I picked that dress up. And she goes, "Do you want a clear bag or a pink bag?" And I want a pink one because my husband or my fiance is in the truck. And she went, "Are we doing your altercation or your alterations, or are you going somewhere else?" I said, "No, I'm going somewhere else." And so I paid for the alterations on my dress. I paid for the skirt. I paid for everything on my dress. And it ticked my mom off so bad because we had to go into a different bridal shop. We found a smaller bridal shop that had tuxes, and that's where I did my alterations, and the guys got their tuxes at.
Yeah, it was weird. I never understood that. It's like, the ladies had to buy their dress, but we rented.
Yeah, they rented their tuxes.
So.
But I went there, and the lady's like, "I don't understand. Why do we need to do alterations on your dress? It fits." And I was like, "Well, because in a couple of months it won't fit."
Yeah.
And so, and she's like, "Okay." And I said, "And I want these flower things off." I was like, "Just make it like, I think it was sequins across the front." And she's like, "Okay." And my mom's like, "Why are you altering?" I was like, "Just do it." And I paid for everything. And so it made her mad because I didn't, I, it was the dress I wanted, and I did everything I wanted to do to it.
I remember, like when obviously I didn't see you in the dress until you walked down, and I just remember, like everyone says, like, oh my gosh, and I was just like, and it was crazy because I remember when she came home and she told me, she's like, "That dress cost $750." I'm like, "What happened to the $99 thing?" And she's like,
They were all ugly.
They were ugly, and I'm like, "Okay, I get it." And I was like, and I remember, like, she came down the aisle, she came walking down, and I looked down, I was like, $750. So that's what 750 gets you.
It was pretty.
That was a gorgeous dress. I'm like,
It was so funny too because my dress was David Bridal used to would do commercials on TV.
Oh my God.
And they would show dresses, like ladies dressed in dresses. And my dress was the last dress that they showed in the commercial. And I would tell Anthony, I'm like, "My dress is one of these dresses in this commercial." And he'd be like, "Well, which one is it?" I don't know. You gotta figure it out yourself.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah.
But I remember, like, leading up to the wedding, it was just like we found a church, and I was okay. Like, if we got married outside or something.
I wanted to get married outside.
But that didn't work out. Someone had to put their 2 cents in, and we had to listen. But like you said,
didn't know better.
Whenever we decide to do this again, we can do whatever.
Outside.
Yeah. And I remember, like,
But the pastor, Hogan was the best.
No, I'm talking about the other church.
Oh no, that guy was a dick.
I'm not even going to mention this guy's name, but we went to the church, and he basically told us, like.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait, before you say this.
This is going to be a long story.
No. But you have to think about it now. I was raised in church. My grandmother is a Church of God preacher. My grandfather is a Church of God superintendent. Anthony has never been in church.
We went to church I went to private school for a little bit. But I went to church from time to time.
But you didn't know, like, the rule, like, not rules, but like the Bible and stuff like that.
I didn't know any of that. No.
So right. So now, like, we go and sit down in this pastor's office. It was Anthony, me, and my mom, because my mom went to that church.
And I remember walking in this office and looking around. I was like, why does somebody have to have an office this big? Like his desk was like massive, like this massive oak desk, and just this is a little too much for an office. Anyway,
So we walk into this thing and we sit down in front, like in front of this pastor, and he says, "So you want to get married?" And we're like, "Yes." And my mom's like, we were thinking that maybe they could do it here at the church. And he's like, "Well, we have rules." And I was like, "Okay, this is about to end really quick." And he says, "So you're married? So you're living together now?"
I
And
said you're living in sin right now, like something like that. He got me going quick, and I'm like,
so
I looked at you. I'm like, I'm not gonna take much more of
so
this.
I was like, yes. And my mom didn't say anything, and I didn't say anything about me being pregnant. And then all of a sudden he goes, "Well, what we can do is I can marry you privately in my office, and then in October when you guys want to get married, we can just have like a ceremony kind of thing." And
so it's like a fake ceremony.
and then, but you'll be married by then. And
So I gotta lie to everybody that's coming to the
so
wedding.
I just remember Anthony, like his face
Oh no,
was
not buying it, brother.
blood red, and the words that came out.
You probably shouldn't curse in church. That's one thing that you are taught when you're young. Don't curse in church.
Oh,
So I told him, I was like, I'm not gonna repeat it, but I just
we didn't get married in that
I
church.
said we're leaving along with some other stuff.
And my
I
mom's
remember her
going,
mom's like,
my mom's going, "Just sit down, just sit down."
no,
And Anthony like grabbed my arm or
we're
my
leaving.
hand,
We're
and
leaving
he
now.
goes, "We're leaving." And he turned and looked at me and he goes, "If you're with me, we're leaving." And I just stood up and walked out with him. Oh, yeah.
And I don't know how we came across Hogan.
My grandmother,
Grandmother, that's right. She went
who's
to
the sweetest old woman in the whole wide world, went to this church and she said, "Serena, Hogan says he'll marry you and doesn't ask any questions."
nothing. Didn't care.
And I went, "Okay."
I think he said like pay a little bit of money to the church or a donation or something or
To the
whatever. And I
church.
think we gave him like $100, $150. Like we only needed the church for a couple hours or
Yeah.
something. And I think when I gave it to him, he was kind of like no, you don't need it. I said, yes sir, yes sir. He's, okay, thank you. It's like,
He was the sweetest man ever.
but
So,
yeah. Maybe I can try to figure out and like throw some pictures in there from the wedding, and but
ugh.
actually maybe we'll save the pictures for next video.
When
The
we talk
next
about the
one, talk
wedding.
about the wedding. But so that was, I guess this would be a good spot to end this episode. So so basically we got the church nailed down, and we didn't, everyone has this grand thing of like the honeymoon is going to be ridiculous. We're going to the Poconos, and we're doing. No, we didn't do any of that. Just
We'll talk about it when we talk about the wedding.
But yeah. But at least we got the church nailed down, so we're
We got
good.
it now.
That was probably the most important thing. I mean, it's well to your mom it was anyway.
Yeah.
I'd have been okay. You got married outside,
Oh, the best though. The best. Because my mom is very religious, but she's also a very big hypocrite. But anyway, Anthony's dad, because the groom is in charge of the rehearsal dinner, right? So
yeah.
Anthony's dad was friends with, at the time, this owner of this bar in town here.
It was like a
It was like a sports bar.
friendly sports bar type
Right.
thing.
Right. So he goes, "Serena, is it okay if we have the rehearsal dinner at AJ's?" And I went, "Sure."
Sure.
We hung up
All
the time.
I basically almost, I want to say grew up in that place, but
And all those people knew us.
Oh,
They
yeah.
were all coming to the wedding
Yeah, they're all
anyway.
be there anyway, so yeah.
So I'm like, "Sure." bring them on in. I mean, if that's where you want to have it, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't eat anything anyway.
Yeah.
Like,
Dad bought her like some sparkling Welch's
just
cider or something. Yeah, so.
But
Yeah.
so then here we go. We tell my mom. So we're having the rehearsal dinner. And remember Jessica too. She got mad too. So we tell my mom and my sister. So we're having the rehearsal dinner at AJ's.
I didn't know your sister was upset
Yeah.
about that.
And my mom and my sister both looked at me and went, "Are you kidding me?" And I was like, "No. No. We can't have it at AJ's." I was like,
"Sure we can." We are.
I was like, "We are." Because Dad's already talked to.
You guys pay for this? Because if you are, go pick some.
I was like, Dad's already talked to Jack or whatever the guy's name was. I don't remember now. And we're having it there. And they were just like, "Oh, we can't do it." So I remember, I don't know if you remember, but I remember we walked into AJ's. Bob Burger was behind the bar, and me and Anthony walk in, and Bob Burger goes, "Everybody, be quiet.
Yeah, it was like
the newlyweds have arrived." And I was like, "Oh,
so they had like a section to the side. It was like tables and
like the restaurant
and
part.
that's where we were over the side, not near the bar, not near but if you wanted to drink, you can go to the bar. And some people did, and that's fine. Whatever it is, and just whatever. And I remember that was pretty fun. Yeah, that was probably like the best part, But
and your mom got me that nightgown, like sheer nightgown, and she goes, "Well, you won't be able to wear it now, but later on, Anthony will enjoy it." And I was like, "Okay." I don't
think you ever wore it, did you? No. But yeah, I think that's a good stopping point.
The rehearsal dinner.
At the rehearsal. So, but basically, once you go through the rehearsal, you're like,
"Oh no, I've got more stories after that."
I mean, like.
Oh yeah, we're rolling now.
Yeah. You're how far along was the rehearsal dinner to the wedding?
So was it like the night before? Couple days before?
Yeah, it had to be a couple days because, like, obviously you didn't stay at the apartment. It was like me, Jeremy, your brother, and Tim. Yeah. And you know what we did?
I brought you your present. Do you remember what your present was?
You got me a steering wheel from my video game. And, like, we played video games all night.
Did you?
Yeah, the God's honest truth. That's all we did was play freaking video games. And I'm like, we probably should go to bed. And then, oh man, so we'll stop right there. That's good. But yeah. So that was a lot to talk about. I didn't think we were gonna get that far in this episode. That's pretty interesting. So this is episode 2. If you've enjoyed this, please give us a like, subscribe, whatever. And check out our other video.
Leave us a comment.
Yes. And if you want to throw us email, what the heck just happened out there? The cat. Over at the Forever Counting Love at gmail.com. Send us an email, your questions, or if there's anything else you want to hear about. But yeah, I think we're good. We're good. I gotta go see what's destroyed out there. Something is falling over in there, and it's probably the stupid cat. I try to let the cat, you walk in the house and the cat runs outside, and I walk inside. Hours later, it'll say something. Oh crap! The cat's outside. Oh my gosh. But anything else for him? No, that's it. That's it. Yep. All right. Bye. We're done? We're done. Wow, that was quick, but thanks for watching, everybody. And she said we're done, so all right. Bye. We're done.